What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Kiskapids podcast. Today I have a very special guest. Very, very rare. Have I brought any person in the medic field? I don't know whether it's because they don't want to be here. They don't want to inform people about what it all entails. But I have a very special guest. Let me just have him introduce himself before we get the whole rough idea of what we're talking about today. So tell the people your name and what you do.
Hi guys, my name is Dr. Okari Nyankundi. I'm a dentist by profession, and I work at RFH Medical Center. Yes.
Interesting. So now today, the whole conversation will be about, a majority will be about oral hygiene. Yeah, and just the importance of it, maintenance, cosmetic fixes, and what else? Just worst case scenarios that you can actually need to call him as well. But he's like more of Mr. Fix It, if you can say that, right?
Yeah, true.
And for a lot of people who know, if you've been to the dentist, it's crazy, it's expensive. It's very expensive. It's not something that, not unless yours is not. It is expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. Huh?
Yeah, but there are just so many other ways. They like insurance packages.
Awesome, yeah.
There might be payment plans. That's why he's here, and we can just get more acquainted on what it all entails.
Yeah.
But most importantly, the podcast is about the 4 pillars of life. So instead of us just talking like, oh, dentist, we just have to know maybe how you started it off. Okay. Is this something that you wanted to be when you're growing up, or?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I vividly remember the first time when I decided to do medicine, per se. I was in church actually. So you know how
I don't know.
So how little kids are brought in front of church. You're asked, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
So me, I was like, people were saying pastors, others doctors.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be a scientist in front of a whole congregation. You can imagine saying you want to be a scientist.
Yeah.
So the church was like, a scientist.
Yeah.
So I feel like since then, I grew into science much more. So after high school, my grades were out. So my mom was like, what do you want to do? My mom was into nursing. I told her, no, I don't want nursing. It's either pure medicine or dentistry. One of the two. But my dad was like, do dentistry. It will fit you. So I just ended up there. I ended up there because I had good teachers in school. I was in a public school actually. A public school where you have to walk for so long, so long,
kilometers,
to be there. It was quite an interesting journey, but now we are here.
How's dental school?
Dental school, whoa.
Yeah.
Dental school was hectic, but for me, I feel like if you have drive and a purpose in life, it becomes easy. And good mentors. I remember I had a very, very good mentor called Dr. Mbogo. He did very good mentorship. And he created he created a journey for me to start. And that's why I ended up even liking it more and more and more. I was in Mount Kenya University. Yes.
How long does it
6
take?
years.
Oh man.
So it's 5 years. 5 years.
Okay.
It's 5 years in school, then 1 year internship.
And then you start now
practicing. Yeah, because you
can do privately, or you have to join like an established kind of like.
Yeah, what usually happens, I feel like nowadays people look for money, other than building your name. People have different strategies. So for me, my strategy is different. You just need to first build your name, and then after you're comfortable with your name, then you can fly.
So right now you're not working independently?
No, right now I'm not working independently, but in future,
maybe sometime in future. Okay, so let's now get into just like the oral hygiene, because at least we've touched on just, what inspired you.
Yeah.
And it's clear that you actually wanted to do this from the get-go. Because you see, like a lot of people that I've had on the podcast, you kind of like see somebody studied something like business administration, and then they kind of like backslid into something else, and then just found themselves in like a whole different field. But how I got him on, how we bumped into each other or made this possible, it's through Instagram. And even a lot of people are always asking me, like, how do you get your guests? Like, I get all my guests from Instagram. Like, if you follow me, I always go back and like, what does this person do? What does this person do? And then I also reach out in advance.
Yeah, I've always been your fan. So I said, why not?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I went to his profile, and, you know, just how you're putting together your digital content.
Yeah.
It's not the boring dentist, kind of content that you normally see.
The old people stuff.
Man, and just written things about dentistry. You know, I just see you engaging with people.
Yeah.
Taking pictures, educating people like on procedures. I haven't seen people do that like in Kenya. I just see those pamphlets maybe at old dental clinics that I've been to.
You know.
So I have to commend you on that.
Thank you.
So what kind of packages do you have at the moment at just your clinic? Before I just now start asking like the crazy questions that, I kind of think are a trend online.
Okay.
Yeah.
For now, what I'm doing is I'm giving free packages.
Free? Did you say free?
Yeah.
Free?
I'm doing free package for consultation for any client that works in my facility.
What does that mean? There are no hidden charges.
No. It's basically free consultation.
Free consultation. So
Free.
if somebody comes in, works in that clinic right now, you check them out for free.
Yeah, we'll charge for free.
Yeah.
Because we are running a program for 3 months. Yeah. So the last month was the first month. This is the second month.
Yeah.
Then the other month now. Yeah. We are in August, right?
Yeah. Well, we don't have to say the date. You know why? Because I don't know.
Okay.
No. It's all good. We don't know when it's gonna air, but still, it's all good.
Yeah.
So, but I'll let people know on the captions. I'll let people know.
Sure.
But basically, for now, you're giving free consultations, right?
Yeah, basically free.
Okay. What's the most common thing or procedures that you actually think you guys? Yeah. Or is it everything?
Okay.
Because I know it's also huge. I know, like, what is it called? Dentistry?
Yes,
Is there another name?
No. It's
okay.
It's
What's the difference between dentist and what did I write it down? Orthodontist.
Oh, orthodontic treatment. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the difference?
For orthodontic treatment, it's all about such things as restoration of teeth, alignment. It's basically braces.
Okay.
Yeah, because you need like another 4 years
to get into that.
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Jeez.
Another like 4 good years.
So that's like 10 years before you actually.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll take that route?
Yeah. Nowadays, at least India's come up. They've come with short courses that you can go for 6 months, get a certificate, come back, go for another 6 months, do it, then come back.
I think that to me makes more sense than if you have the money saved aside. I think it makes sense because 4 years, it's a lot. It's a whole other.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's common in your like clinic?
Okay, mostly I get restorations. Restoration basically means fillings. Yeah, fillings. I get teeth replacements.
Yeah.
I get implants, those root canals. Yeah. Then another thing that's way too common is gingivitis. Have you heard of gingivitis?
What's that?
Gingivitis is gum.
Yes.
Problem.
Yeah. I told you that I had like a gum problem, and I didn't know. And then after I went to the dentist, they were like, "Yo, you'll lose all your teeth." When he told me that, I was like, "Yo, I don't know how much it costs.
Yeah.
Just tell me and let's get it. Like, let's fix me up." Yeah.
So basically, gingivitis.
What causes that?
Usually, gingivitis is what happens is your gum starts being infected with some kind of bacteria that is found. Everyone has that bacteria. Yeah. So it depends.
So it's not like I was just crazy at
No.
It's just something that's common with because like even like just the human mouth, I'll let you continue, sorry for interrupting.
It's okay, yeah.
So don't forget your chain of thought. There's this thing, I don't know what the saying is, like they normally say like the human mouth has what germs, like a number of bacteria or whatever.
They're called normal flora.
Normal
flora. That's just bacteria that's
standard to be there to
to
just
be there.
actually help like the balance of like just things in the human system kind of, right? Yeah, so back to
my
what,
line of thoughts. So gingivitis, we were talking about gingivitis. So usually what happens, it depends with so many things, especially your diet. Sometimes even genes can cause it. Also lifestyle. Also the what's it called?
So if you drink a lot of dry alcohol, it can't fix that. Because you use mouthwash and strong alcohol. It won't fix it.
Alcohol is a predisposing factor to your health, and it triggers so many diseases in your body, because what alcohol does, it lowers your immunity.
Oh shit. Okay.
It lowers your immunity to some extent. So you see, if your immunity is lowered, what will happen? Other bacteria now will start. You get.
They can actually now
multiply all, because there is that balance that has been messed up. So for gingivitis, you find there's a lot of accumulation of plaque. Plaque is just you understand plaque? Plaque is just...
I don't. I won't sit here and pretend that I know what you're talking about. But if you mention it, I'll know, because like I've had like a little bit of research on just there's a couple of dentists that I follow online, and there are some terms that are always like just similar. So if you mention something, I might know, but I'm not sure if that's the thing. So plaque is
just accumulation of those dead cells from the bacteria, food that's just aligning.
Because at times, even if you brush, no matter how well you brush, it's still kind of, you won't get rid of all the dirt, no matter how hard you brush. And at times that's why it's required to go to the dentist after every how many?
6 months at least.
You
can. There's some people who can do it 6 months. So if you just can't, just once a year,
at least try.
Try and come. You see, that's why we are advocating for free consultation.
Perfect.
Because it's all about creating awareness to the society.
I listen. I'm doing I think next week I'm doing it.
You can come. I can give you a free package.
We have to do
everything.
We have to do that, and I'll document. It's kind of like something short and post it on Instagram.
Easy. You can come. We can do it.
Okay.
So for the plaque, after it accumulates, depending now on your lifestyle, all those things that I've talked about, diet, oral health, hygiene, now they accumulate, they try, now the bacteria now start feeding on your gum. You get? Your gum starts bleeding. You get? So you can imagine me putting here meat and maybe ugali for a short duration of time, let's say a week. Then they rot. Which one smells?
Of course, the meat.
You see, now that's what's happening in your mouth.
In someone's mouth. So it's actually, that's crazy.
So that bleeding gums, so they now start packing in between your teeth. So basically that's what affects your teeth, because now when they start feeding on the gum line, they go deeper and deeper towards the bone. The surrounding structures. Now the bacteria feed actually on the surrounding structures. You
can actually lose your teeth, right? That's like basically it's leading to losing.
They become mobile, which is loose. Then you end up.
Oh my. Okay. So that's super common, like in what you've noticed, like in. But how can people like now just prevent such basic things? Because you see, like if somebody's just concerned with their ordinary lifestyle and they can still get this, how do you take care of, like, what are the some, because that's one of the many things that you've noticed that are common, right? When people are treating. But what are some of the basic things that somebody can just do to prevent like oral diseases?
For me, I usually narrow it down to lifestyle and foods. It's
Okay.
basically what you put inside.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what things are we
Talking
are we
about
encouraging people to actually just
okay.
yeah.
Avoiding for teeth, you just avoid sugary things because of the diabetes also.
Okay.
Yeah, because diabetes,
Uh-huh.
if you have diabetes, you'll have to have dental issues.
Automatically. Really?
Yeah,
Okay, explain that to me.
because
Mhm.
for diabetes, it's all about regulation of sugars
Yeah.
in your body. Yeah. So what usually happens? There's usually this wound delay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's wound delay. So you can imagine you having bleeding gums.
Yeah.
Bleeding gums.
Yeah.
For you having bleeding gums,
Yeah.
it doesn't heal in the correct
Yeah. Yeah.
manner that's supposed to be
Yeah.
healing. So you find that your gums now start bleeding even more and not healing.
Ah, man.
You
Okay.
get?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the connection between diabetes and
Oh, okay, they go
Yeah.
probably hand in hand. And
Yeah.
even when you're being told now you should avoid sugary things, and actually your body requires,
you get.
yeah, so you're still not even helping your teeth situation, kind of,
Yes, yeah.
when you're trying to treat yourself as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So another thing also is hypertension.
Hypertension.
Yeah, that's that's high blood pressure.
Okay.
Yes, or low blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so also that is a key factor when it comes to dentistry, because of when you have high blood pressure, there's usually high amount of blood that's being pumped
Yeah.
towards your oral cavity,
Yeah.
which is your mouth. Yeah,
Yeah.
so also that can cause a lot of losing of blood. Yeah, especially
Okay.
when it comes to also extractions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see when you come to hospital, sometimes you can find you cannot be extracted when your pressure is high.
Yeah, because
Sometimes
you'll
even
definitely lose a lot of blood. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
So some of the things we were talking about, some of the things that you can do to avoid oral diseases.
Yes.
So you said basically food
Food,
and
oral health hygiene.
oral health hygiene.
Yes,
Do you want
and-
to elaborate on that?
Yes, for oral health hygiene, it's
Yeah.
all about the patterns that you use while
Brushing.
because
You know, it's so crazy. I think when I was going, the last time I was at the dentist, I was asked, and you see, I'm a whole grown up, I'm not a kid. So I know so many things and everything. So I was told, how are you supposed to brush your teeth? And then I go like, I do this and then this. And then they were like, no, not and if they're wrong, you correct me so that I can go and tell them, you are just lying to me. So they told me like, you should do the
circular.
Yeah, circular.
Yeah.
It's more effective.
Yeah.
It's more effective. You get rid of more dirt and everything. And actually, there's a big difference. It's just like crazy because I'm like, I mean, who taught me how to brush like this? And that whole time I've just been doing like this. I've been doing it wrong.
Yeah. So what usually happens is when you brush in circular motions, you see the spaces in between your teeth.
Yeah.
When you don't brush circular motions, what
Yeah.
happens? The food tends to pack in between those spaces.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
when you do circular, you
Yeah.
kind of remove them.
remove, you kind of remove.
Uh-huh. And you know, some people don't floss. Another
Yeah.
key factor is flossing. I can tell.
Yeah, true. I don't. But I occasionally do. It's not like, first of all, it's not like I don't have dental floss in my house. I do. But at times I'm just too tired. I've had a long day. But I did start paying more attention, like, you know, after the last checkup I went to the dentist, I started paying more attention to like just my
Teeth.
oral hygiene.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, apart from say circular motions, flossing, and
Then also the patterns that you use. Maybe you can brush in the morning
Yeah.
and evening,
yeah,
because people don't brush in the evening. They only brush once
Yeah,
and that's
true,
it.
true,
You see?
true.
Because sometimes you're lazy. You're like, me
you're
going.
tired,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah,
You know, you going to fix,
yeah,
to put paste. It's a
Yeah.
lot of work.
yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
So I urge people, it's not hard.
No, it's not. Because even for me, sometimes I do it, sometimes I'm just too tired. I black out by this. Sometimes I black out editing and I just wake up and go and sleep.
Yeah. You see, for me, I usually say, it's not all about brushing once. You see, or coming to visit a dentist once. Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to get stung by a bee.
I think it's the fruits,
Man. Okay.
So,
jeez. We need to take a break because of one bee that's just circulating here. Okay. Just so
if you go to a dentist once, it won't help you. It won't help you. If you go once, what will help you is the consistency. Having that consistency of waking up in the morning, brushing, doing it in the evening, brushing. That consistency, that's what works. It's not just a one-day thing. So for you to have good teeth, you just have to have that consistency of knowing when to brush and knowing what to eat and what to avoid. Because also it turns down to diet.
Okay, perfect. So at least we've just seen some of the basics that you've said. From what I gather, just in taking care of like your oral hygiene. The first one was oh Jesus Christ, I've forgotten all of that. After me, I'm just thinking. No, I know oral hygiene is there. To how checkups, how you brush your teeth, diet,
and lifestyle.
And you see, just lifestyle. It's just basic things that we are actually in control of, and they can help in that.
Because the one thing that God gave us is your mind. You have the freedom to choose what to do and not what to do.
True. You're in perfect control of doing that. But now what about the people who are in situations like, how would you call it? There's some just regional parts of the country where if you go, just because of the water, it definitely affects people's teeth terribly. And where...
Like Nakuru.
Oh, Nakuru is horrible.
Of the fluorosis.
Nakuru is horrible, man. Can you imagine, just because of water that you're taking in on a regular changes like your teeth color, and just that.
Also where I stay, there's also that problem.
Where's that?
Ruai.
Okay.
Ruai, just around Utawala, Ruai, Kamulu.
But you see, that's crazy, because at this day and age, you would think such things can be controlled by just the government, basically. Is there something that can be done to the water to actually kill, or it's still something that's... because it doesn't make any sense at this day and age for the county maybe to provide water that if you drink or use on a regular, if you can't afford to buy like the, what do you call it, mineral water every day, like definitely just changes like your teeth color. Like, it's like you're being punished for no reason at all.
It's true. Because at least I feel like the government should do something, but they're trying. Let's say they're trying.
Are they?
They are trying.
Okay.
They're trying. But for me, I feel like, the regions where we come from, basically they're digging boreholes. So they're depending on water that's coming from the boreholes. So for it to be clean water, it needs to be purified and all, having purification machines. Which also is a hassle, considering people that come from very poor communities.
Plus it's definitely expenditure-wise.
It's a bit high. So for such kind of cases where you find patients are affected with fluorosis, that's the discoloration due to water, which has high amount of fluorine. We can do veneers, we can do crowns, we can do masking. So there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, we'll go to that, because now we're going to the cosmetic part. Because now, like your Instagram models, everyone wants to look good. Everyone wants to look good. Let's not get it twisted. So I think that we'll save that conversation for the next segment.
Sure.
But I'd want to know, like, just kind of treatment costs that somebody can incur, or the insurance thing that we were talking about just before we started the podcast. Like, in case I want to, because nobody always has that cash ready at hand to pay a dentist.
Yeah.
How can I deal with the insurance thing to get a proper kind of dental cover, and which ones do you guys which ones have you guys partnered with? Is it all insurance companies?
Yeah, basically.
Is there a special package that maybe I can pay a clinic or your clinic so that even if I haven't paid medical, I still have dental cover, or it has to come with like the whole medical package?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In our facility, let's start with what we have.
Yeah.
There is a card we have called Baraka card.
Okay.
Yeah, it was launched quite a few months ago.
Okay.
It's a card where you can save. You can save a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
Then when you come to use it, you can get discounts.
Okay.
You get?
Okay.
Yeah, you can get discounts out of it because you've been a member
Okay.
of that card or our facility for certain duration of time.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for that, it's a matter of having a discussion. Maybe you can come, you say you have, let's say, 50% of the cash. I can't chase you up.
Yeah.
No, it's unprofessional.
Yeah.
I'll do what I can do to help you, because at the end of the people, it's all about making people smile.
Yeah.
And just being happy.
Yeah.
So
because so many people don't go to the dentist, first of all, because let's not lie, it's bloody expensive. If you don't have like medical cover, it can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
Because there's a time, and I think I was like, it's that time of the month where you're supposed to pay rent, you're supposed to pay your Safaricom fiber, supposed to pay Netflix, and all these other two expenses and stuff, and shop. And it was like almost the same amount that I was supposed to go and pay the dentist. So I was like, man, priorities. And till today, I still don't have medical, which I'm working on. I'm definitely getting one next month.
Yeah, you can come. We can give you a Baraka card for free.
You hear this subtle plug, Yani? Subtle plug. Okay, that will work on that.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely coming like next week for a checkup and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd want to, like, even just my followers to understand the whole concept behind it. Yeah. And go make sure they also can just pay a visit or something. Yeah. So which companies have you partnered with? Okay, apart from the Baraka card, it's either now you pay cash, right? Yeah. And the insurance cover that we are talking about, you've partnered with all the major
insurances, because every insurance have different packages depending on how much you pay to them. That's for the insurance. But for us, if we partner with Jubilee, there's NHIF, there's UAP, there's Britam, there's which other else? There's Fast Assurance, there's so many. Yeah, they're like 20.
All the major ones.
Yeah, all the major ones. So if you have insurance, don't hesitate.
Just walk in and get treatment.
Actually, when you come, we usually do free consultation. Free consultation.
Which is very rare, because I've always been paying consultation all the time. So when I hear such things, I'm just like, man, why haven't I done it? So when you have an insurance cover, does it have a limit? Because, dental can be, maybe the insurance will be like, hey, how much are we spending on this person's teeth, Kwani? What's kind of like the limit for most insurance companies for when it comes to these procedures?
Okay, the highest I've seen is 100,000, depending on the package that you're gonna take.
Or the medical package?
Yes, because there are some where you contribute around 50,000 per year. Yeah. They can give you up to, let's say, 20,000 dental. Others, you contribute around 100 Gs per year. Yeah, those ones can give you up to 50,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm still thinking, dental is still way a lot when it comes to just that cover will still run out. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah. Because for insurances, most of them, they don't cover for cosmetics.
They don't cover cosmetics. You need treatment, because I think I remember I was asking which dentist was I asking? what was I asking him about? And then he told me like, that's cosmetic. It won't be covered by insurance, so you'd still have to pay, because the insurance would be like, no, that we're not paying for that.
Yeah.
Of course, our insurance won't pay for veneers.
No.
You see, so
yeah, they don't.
So-
So, yeah, for that one you have to pitch in cash.
okay.
Yeah.
So most they'll have a limit, definitely
usually.
okay. So let's move to now cosmetic treatments when it comes just to oral. It's not oral hygiene, it's oral cosmetic, or how can I call it now?
It's just
What's the term?
for cosmetics? It's just
Yeah.
oral
With-
for aesthetic purposes.
For aesthetic purposes, yeah.
Yeah.
So this would include things like veneers,
Yeah.
whitening. Would you
Yes.
call it whitening, or is it bleaching?
No, it's whitening.
Whitening.
Yeah.
So there's whitening, there's veneers, there's what else would be considered cosmetic?
Braces.
Braces. Oh yeah, because now you're realigning and everything.
Yeah.
And
Also implants.
implants.
Yes. Crown and bridge. They call it cosmetic.
What's bridging? Bridging is more like surgery, right? Because you operate in the gums.
No, that's implant.
That's implant.
Yeah.
Okay.
For bridging is when you miss a tooth, you
Yeah.
use the neighboring teeth to actually replace that one, to kind of hold the tooth that's missing.
Jeez. Okay. Okay. The most popular trend right now that I've seen people doing in the States, it's the veneers.
Veneers, yeah.
Yeah, because I hear it's less painful and it's less invasive.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not like now digging deep surgery like in
Yeah.
your gums and everything. But how does that work? Because that's what I've seen like a lot of Instagram models getting, and a lot of rappers, basketballers and everything. Those people you see with nice, squeaky clean teeth,
Yeah.
they're always smiling. Most of them go for veneers, and it's a procedure that can take less than an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody does that on a regular.
Yeah. Okay, for veneers, you
Yeah.
cannot do permanent replacement of a tooth that's missing with veneers.
Okay.
Veneers is usually when you want your teeth to look nice for aesthetic purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically it's about now like putting another surface on top of your original teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like putting a mask. You get me? Just
Yeah.
putting a mask on top of
Yeah.
a tooth.
But how do they hold? Are they like are they permanent once you put them?
Yes, they are permanent. There's a material we use to fix.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, there's a material we use to fix permanently, which doesn't come off.
Are they expensive in Kenya?
Yeah, they're expensive. The cheapest I've seen is around 30 G's one.
Okay, so for one, let me get straight. So for one tooth,
It's 30
30 G's.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll just do like a behind the scenes of the veneers maybe, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, because it always looks so simple. You see them applying that, they put it and then they do like a paste thing and stuff. But that's why I think it's very popular in the States. People do save up for veneers. And even like I know some girls like on IG that I follow, they're always like, I'll get a boyfriend who can pay for my veneers. and I think that's the way I can measure if he can actually take care of me. But it's actually like a good fix, but super expensive.
Yeah, it's super expensive.
So for like maybe if you're doing both top and bottom with veneers, it would cost you, it would go close to an M.
Yeah, but you see now, we only do the front teeth from
They don't. It's not really a must to go for.
Yeah, to the molars.
Yeah.
And maybe the second premolar. The first premolar we can do. Yeah, because also you see, sometimes veneers can be a bit uncomfortable when you're eating and when you're chewing. We tend not to fix the behind.
So it's easy for you to actually chew.
Yes.
And the cosmetic side is at the front part
Just
of
at the front side.
okay.
Yeah, for the back ones we can look for. There are other ways to fix it.
Okay, so what are the options? Because now we're talking to like now people who
Yeah.
are like, They want to be online, to take those nice pictures, have their teeth out and smile and everything.
Yeah.
What are some of the options that somebody can go for aesthetic purposes, apart from veneers?
Veneers.
Yeah.
Oh, they can do bleaching.
Okay.
Bleaching is one of them.
How much is bleaching?
Bleaching is around 30,000 for the entire mouth.
Okay, for the entire mouth.
Which is we usually make bleaching trays for them.
Bleaching
Trays. There are specific trays. Also, you can
Trays.
buy trays. They're
Okay,
trays
what
that look like mouth guards.
okay.
Yeah, we call them trays.
Oh, now you see, just like a tray of eggs, a tray of what? What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, they look like mouth guards.
Uh-huh.
We usually make them in our lab.
Okay.
Then after that, we use a paste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a paste which we use to now bleach, and there's a
Okay.
specific light which we use to bleach.
Light.
Yes, it's a kind of blue light, UV light.
Oh, I think I've seen that online on advertisements.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
maybe I think for a lot of abroad guys advertise that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Something that you just put bite onto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can share some on my page later.
Yeah.
There's nowadays they are readily available in the market, so you don't need also to come to the facility.
You can buy and just
And just do it at home. Follow the instructions, then you're good to go.
Jeez. But still roughly around the same.
Around some go up to 35k, 50 Gs around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked veneers, bleaching.
And there's masking now.
Okay, what's masking?
Masking is just putting another layer, removing
Mm-hmm.
the discolored area and then putting another now mask on top.
Okay, and then since we're talking about that, when you either do bleaching, because I've understood veneers,
Yeah.
when you're doing bleaching or masking,
Yeah.
do those procedures make your teeth weak or more sensitive? Because now you might be going for aesthetics, and then you can't chew.
Yeah.
When it's cold, your teeth are a bit too sensitive. You can't need. Do they affect you in such ways?
Definitely. For masking, no.
Mm-hmm.
But for bleaching, yes.
Or they make your teeth
Yeah.
slightly.
Yeah, slightly sensitive.
Mm.
Yeah, so what usually happens is, when you're bleaching, you first need to do scaling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cleaning, which is cleaning
Yeah.
and polishing. Then after that, we check if there's any cavity inside, because we wouldn't want to bleach where there's a cavity, because it's going to be really, really corrosive around that area, and that chemical can penetrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
will cause a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so after that's when we bleach. For bleaching, it removes part of the acquired pellicle. It's normal, but we kind of remove
Just
it.
act like I know what pelican
Yep.
is. Okay. Uh-huh.
It's sort of a layer on your teeth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
mostly towards the gum.
Okay.
That's removed.
Yeah.
Then those discoloration, now fluorosis is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Now you see what happens. Your tooth is a bit exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're
yeah.
gonna avoid some type of drinks, especially the
extremely hot, extremely cold. Uh-huh.
the colored
Oh
ones.
yeah.
Because they'll discolor your
Yeah.
teeth back for a while, just for like 1 week, 2 weeks. Then
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you're gonna use Sensodyne for a period of time.
Before now your teeth actually just get back to
They
they adapt to now the back regular self.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else can you? Okay, now we've talked at least for that's more or less veneers, masking and bleaching are for basically like whitening the teeth,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What other cosmetic procedure can be done to just make somebody look better?
Okay. Let's say for missing teeth.
Oh yeah, for missing teeth, let's say those people get into fights or you've just fallen down.
Yeah.
I cracked my tooth when I was skating. So what can be done for such a thing?
For cracks, we can do just fillings.
Yeah.
There's a special kind of filling called composite restoration filling, which is a material that suits your tooth depending on your shade color.
Okay.
Yeah, that one will depend. Also, we can do crowns.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do crowns. Crowns we can do for also whitening,
Yeah.
missing teeth, fractured teeth.
Yeah.
You get. We can also do dentures. You know dentures? Dentures are for.
Of course, I don't know. Of course, I don't know. Okay, dentures.
Dentures are usually like how can I put it? Dentures are, for example, you're missing teeth and you don't want an invasive procedure. So
Yeah.
we do just an impression. We take the size of your mouth, the
Yeah.
size of your teeth.
Yeah.
Then we make an artificial tooth where you can remove and fix it back.
That like for the old people, what they need.
Yes.
Ah.
And it's quite cheaper as compared to these other
The procedures now.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'd still want to feel like I have teeth now, not
yeah.
unless you're like an old person.
Yeah.
So what stops old people from? Are there old people who get like those who've had like tooth loss and they can actually do it? Are there people who can actually get permanent even
Yeah.
though they're still old?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It depends.
But are they, as much as you're old, is it a safe procedure to still get so that you still have your teeth till you're as old as you are?
Yeah, there's so many things that we look at before like doing the whole procedure.
Yeah.
Because there are x-rays that determine your bone
Yeah.
density.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you handle the procedure?
Yeah, can you handle the procedure?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many things that we look at. So before we
Mhm.
start the procedure,
Yeah.
we need to do a random checkup. No,
Mm.
not random, a thorough checkup.
thorough.
Yeah, a thorough checkup.
Mhm.
If really you can do it, because you wouldn't want someone to have the implants.
Mm.
Yeah, then after a month, they're like, no, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
There's pain. You also
Yeah.
need to be psychologically prepared because it's all also in your mind.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's at least now for at least people who are toothless and stuff. What about for people with? I'm just trying to think of all the things that would cause insecurities, especially like now in the social media era,
Yeah.
Instagram era and stuff. What people with crooked teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, what can be done? What are the alternatives?
Okay, for crooked.
Because like for each, what I'm seeing is like there's a super expensive procedure that can get that fix for you, and then there's also like a kind of like alternative that's not too expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, so for crooked teeth,
Okay, for crooked teeth,
yeah,
we can do orthodontic treatment, which
Yeah.
is braces. Yeah.
yeah, okay,
They're quite expensive because per jaw you can charge up to minimum 60,000 per jaw. That's maybe the upper jaw only, but usually most of our patients, we usually do both upper and low depending with the case.
yeah,
But you might find scenarios where a patient cannot afford.
yeah,
So
because it is very expensive, definitely.
Yeah. So sometimes we do crowns. We
What
try
are crowns?
crowns. I wish I had carried a sample. Crowns.
I wish you did as well. when you
Yeah,
come.
yeah.
Oh, it's those two ninis that you can actually open and models.
No,
or
not models. For crowns,
yeah,
they are usually we prepare a tooth. Like we
Uh-huh.
make it small like this. Then
Yeah.
we fix a crown up. It's usually made of metal and porcelain.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we can. Have you seen where people wear like silver?
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
are crowns.
yeah.
That's basically crowns. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
They help to straighten as well.
yeah, you can find not straighten. What usually happens, you can find someone
Yeah.
with a crooked tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can align that using crowns.
Oh, yeah. I just thought it's just like cosmetic ninis, but I didn't know they can actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they can serve the purpose. So
Okay.
sometimes you might find people
Mhm.
who just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can find someone wearing a gold tooth. You're like, yo.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
for us, we can use that for our advantage to straighten tooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then any other alternative to just straighten teeth?
Braces and crowns.
What about what
Also
are they?
veneers. You can use veneers.
They can straighten. Oh, because now if you put them, you can shape them.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Now I get you.
You
I get
get
you on
it.
that. There's also something else that because I do follow these two cool dentists online, and I'm always seeing because they tell you like this is the problem this person had, and then we fixed it to this.
Yeah.
How about what did I see? there's an artist I saw in the States who was using something else. Retainers? What are retainers?
Oh, retainers, yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
For retainers,
That's an alternative for braces,
yes,
right?
that's an alternative, but it takes long and it's a tiresome.
I hear
it's a
that.
tiresome.
Yeah.
So if you're not patient,
Yeah.
it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Because for retainers, there are some which are fixed
Yeah.
and others are removable.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
for fixed,
How does it work?
okay, for retainers we usually place there's a metal
Yeah.
where we place inside your palate
Mm-hmm.
or just around your gum line on
Mhm.
your lower jaw,
Yeah.
where we can adjust and push the teeth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's not painful. You won't feel the pain.
You won't feel.
Yeah,
but it's because it's gradually done. You go today and
Yes.
then we.
yeah, maybe the first few days it's a bit painful, but after a week you're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then what else did I see? There's this thing. I saw like it's almost like a mouth guard
Yeah.
that people can put temporarily. Like let's say you're not eating, you wake up in the morning, you brush,
Okay.
and then you just fix it like in your teeth.
Okay.
You carry on with your day's duties and stuff, and then in the evening you take it off or something of the sort. Because I saw it's like clear, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah, those are removables. They're just removable.
Yeah. What do
Yeah.
they help with?
No, they can help with straightening.
They help with straightening.
Yes,
Huh?
they help with straightening, and also there's some. Have you seen people who have like their teeth have been? They've had abrasions, like their teeth are halfway.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
also
Yeah.
such guards help at night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because what do you call it? These people who bite their teeth when they're stressed or when they're sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah. There's something they do to.
Bruxism. It's called bruxism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a thing as well.
Mm.
So how do you prevent or at least try and help them?
You
Do
know,
they have custom mouth guards
yes,
or?
it's basically custom. Yeah,
Okay.
they come.
Yeah.
We make them at night before they go to sleep. They
Yeah.
wear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they wear. It fits kabisa that
Yeah.
you cannot even at night you can't remove. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they wear them. They go
Yeah.
to sleep. Even if they grind their teeth, nothing will
Yeah.
happen. Yeah. So that's the whole point of it. Yeah.
And then, okay, so I'll just finish that because you see, my curiosity point
Yeah,
of view,
yeah,
like these
I-
things are just coming
Yeah.
off. Nini, just finish your point.
Yeah. So also for
Mhm.
alignment,
Mm-hmm.
there are some which we make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We
Mhm.
make depending on the stage that you're in,
Mhm.
so that they can push your teeth to a certain point that you want, which
Yeah.
is straightening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there any other reason? Because I've also seen this before. Is there any other reason somebody would use like a mouth guard before they go to sleep?
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
What would be the What would be the reason? I'm talking of things that I've just been observant of and I've noticed.
Okay. The main reason
Like
is
they brush and everything, and then once it's done, they take the mouth guard, they put it, and then now they go to sleep.
yeah, mostly it's just grinding their teeth
Okay.
at night. That's
Yeah.
usually the main reason as to why they put them. Also for straightening teeth.
Straighten
Yeah.
because when you're sleeping you're not moving your mouth or anything,
Yeah.
so you can actually like just place and actually
Sleep.
during the few hours, maybe 12
Oh.
7-8 hours not 12, 7-8 hours when you're sleeping. It actually does some minor adjustments, and if
Yeah.
you do that on a regular, definitely your teeth will start like forming a nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
What else can people get from an aesthetic point of view? I think we've touched on a lot. Not unless I've missed something on that.
Basically, no, not really. The one that I'd say is implant. Implant you haven't talked about. We haven't talked about.
Okay.
it.
Yeah. You want to touch on that?
Yeah, for implant it takes a month to fix, because it's usually a screw-like metal. We usually try and screw it
Yeah.
to inside your gum, so that it can come and hold the crown now.
You've posted that on your Instagram,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, you've seen.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'll make
that's-
sure you go check out on his Instagram. Or I'll even post some stuff from your page
Yeah.
just so that people can see what you kind of can do.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's usually the whole point, to try and not tamper with the other teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually the whole ideal with implants. Yeah, they're quite expensive. They can range from 100K to 100,000 to 200,000.
Jesus Christ. No, we're supposed to, we'll get to the love segment, and I'll ask you, are there girls who've tried to date you so that they can get free procedures?
Yeah, you find, but
We'll get to that. We'll get to that segment. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Let's save that conversation.
Yeah.
So we've talked about what have you called it? That procedure is called implant.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's so many different ways to go about it, but the most important thing is that you have options. You have so many options. So from like a super budget one to like the most expensive. So it just depends on how heavy your pockets are, but you can still get like some, because everybody wants to smile. Everybody, and it's so crazy because you might not think about it until maybe now it starts affecting you. You're going for a job interview. People are like, hey, what's wrong with her teeth?
Yeah, why are you not smiling?
Yeah, why are you not smiling?
Yeah.
You're going for an audition, you're a model, and the first thing you'll be asked is like, okay, smile, let's take a picture. You can't smile.
Yeah.
So how do they help you? They're like, everything is good, but now we need to get your teeth fixed. But so we'll talk more on that. Let's hope to... What did I want to ask? During the procedures.
Yeah.
So don't forget this chain of thought. During the procedures.
Yeah.
Is there another alternative apart from getting these painful injections that people go through? Because if there's one thing that actually makes me not go to the dentist as well, apart from the money, the pain of the needles.
Yeah.
That's now the other crazy thing that I never wanted to go through. But unfortunately at times, because there's a time I was going for scaling, I got so many injections. I was like, is this necessary?
Yeah.
I was just like, I know, but this is more painful than what I'm trying to like run away from. So I mean, how is this helping me in any way? What are the options for that if I really, or is there any other way that I can get away from the crazy painful needles? What's the alternative to those painful needles that nobody wants to go through as a procedure, man?
Yeah. So at least nowadays with the technology, there are so many things that have come up. For example, there are topical sprays, where first you're sprayed, then you become numb. Now the injection is done.
Said tropical sprays. Topical.
Yes, topical.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a spray where you spray the gum. Yeah. The person becomes numb. Yeah. Then you inject.
How comes they never use that on me? Man. Is it expensive though?
The
spray.
Yeah, it's quite expensive.
Or maybe that's why a dentist wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because even for me, I was just thinking, man, it's 21st century. Do we really need to go through all this pain?
Then also,
do you use them?
Yeah, we use them. Also, we have the painless injection. You've not heard of it?
Aye, my friend. These things are foreign to me because I get pain every time I go to the dentist. That's the first thing. They're always like, jikaze tu, just one more. Yeah. I'm like, let's do it. So, but I've never known there's an alternative to that. How does the painless injection thing work?
It's basically when you're injected, it focuses on first numbing when you're sprayed, the outermost layer of your gum is numb.
Okay.
You get? Now after that outermost layer is numb, there's an injection which comes and injects the outermost layer first, which you're already numb, so you won't feel a thing. Then it waits till the other layer is numb, it goes in, numbs it, like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you won't feel a thing.
See, I didn't know, but now even people who are listening, they know there's a bit of an alternative. You don't really have to cry every time you go to the dentist. And then worst case scenario, when do people go through the whole thing? What is it called? The gas mask thing that people put through. That's when you're doing like serious procedures.
Yeah, serious procedures. But nowadays it was the laughing gas. It's usually called.
Yeah.
That one was ruled out because of...
It's ruled out?
Yeah, it's ruled out.
Why?
Because of abuse and side effects. Nowadays people don't use that.
What are the side effects? I still see people posting crazy videos online of kids who've come from the
You see,
procedure.
it's kids. Because,
so they use it on
kids. Because you see, there are kids who are very, very stubborn and not cooperative.
No, and even kids, once they see like a needle,
Yeah,
and it's going to their mouth, it's a whole other different story.
Which is true.
You can't tell them like, wait. A kid will just start screaming first of all, and then so kids. And if you're trying to inject them and they're not still, you can actually end up like just injecting them the wrong place.
The wrong place. Also, the needle might fracture.
Yeah, and you
break,
don't. So many bad things.
Yeah.
Okay, so now alternatively, that's just
for
for minors.
Yes, minors and special cases, because there are cases where you need to go to theater. Not when we can.
But why was it mainly ruled out?
Just basically side effects. It had, there are pros and cons.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you weigh that, the cons were more than the pros.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was so much addiction to it.
So it can be a thing as well.
So it was like, no, we can't go on with this.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting how like just when you mention things like oral hygiene, and people don't understand how psychologically it can affect people. If basically you can't smile in front of people, like now with this whole, like you see even how she's taking her picture, like just like all these things that come to play with social media, taking a picture of yourself, you're around people, you can't just talk maybe. And what causes what causes at times people who don't have like nice breath. Let's talk about that as well.
That's a very,
it's just simple things that people, because I don't want to miss out on everything, yet I have a dentist here, and they can just give people tips on simple things that we go through day to day.
Actually I saw something on your page, like you have the world record with most kisses. So you have to understand how, like, even for me, like, just dental is important to me. I can't, and even just like conducting such an interview, if I was talking to you and I have like, I'll be like,
and we're supposed to sit down here for like 3 hours.
There was a time where I used to jab, so I was seated in between the driver and some guy who was seated next to me. So you can imagine the driver had bad breath. I was in the middle. And there was this guy.
Shukisha. My friend. Nimefika.
It was a very, very long journey. Boss. It was my friend. It was a very, very long journey. I wouldn't want to be in such a position again.
But you see, even that driver at the time, they don't even pay attention. They don't know that there. But it's super common as well. It's a very common thing at times, and people don't know it can be a thing as well. Because like even for me, when I was telling you, I had to go for the whole what was it called? Scaling and what was it as well? The treatment, the gum treatment and stuff. Those things, because I was being told, if you don't take care. But I was told it's not like something that you need to be ashamed of. It's something that's common. It's just because if you don't go and get a regular checkup, you wouldn't know. Because like you said, I'm also like always doing food reviews. If it's dessert week, I'm eating cake from Monday to Saturday. So all these things can pay contribution to such things.
Which is correct.
So what can be the main cause of that? And why are you laughing? Why do you keep laughing like that?
It's the question that's coming. I told you diet. For you to have bad breath.
I want to show you this video before we proceed, because as we were talking, this kid, the auntie was talking to the kid, and then look at the kid.
Wow. That's really, really bad. What?
I actually share this on my Insta stories and tell people like, yo, please make sure you contact.
So. Has it ever happened to you? Because I've seen you have the record for most kisses.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I just go and ask for a kiss.
Then, if you find bad breath,
But here's the thing, crazy enough. And you know, from you're looking at it as a dental kind of like standpoint of view. But I've never, because I had to slow down. First, I was doing like even like making out and stuff.
Yeah.
But now I started doing like just on the cheek.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I just started doing like on the cheek. Because now you're like, now I also need to be concerned about, as much as I'm entertaining people, I need to be concerned about like my well-being as well.
Yeah.
Because now when I started it, now it became a trend. It was picked up. I did interviews and everything. But now there's that excitement. You're like, I need to get more kisses. But I'm like, hey, wait. What if I catch something or anything? What all these people that are cheering now? Then I started thinking like, no, it's not even about like quantity. It's about like the quality. So now I start doing on the cheek, and then I had to slow down. Basically,
that's really
I had to slow down because I want to be here for a long time, guys.
Yeah, we want to.
Exactly. So I had to slow down on that. But I've never actually come across when I was doing those the kiss capades, because that was when I started, when we had blankets and wine, all those really, really nice events. But now we don't have really.
I've never been to blankets.
Oh, blankets was nice. I hadn't like bumped into anyone with crazy breath, and it's just fortunate by the way. I'm just fortunate that I haven't, because there's some that you can see from fire like
no,
I can sense, I can just be like
it's a no-go zone.
Yeah, it's a no-go zone. So I think I was able to pick up like from a distance and not put myself in a situation where I don't want to be. But also now as well, I'm supposed to take care of myself in return as well. So I try my best.
Okay, that's really, really cool and really, really nice, because we want to see you around.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we don't want to see you with wheelchairs over there. So healthy.
But what would be the main reason that would make somebody's breath
smell?
Yeah.
Bad breath. Bad breath is basically unhealthy mouth. Which lacks good oral health hygiene. Which lacks what's the other thing? It lacks good oral health hygiene. It lacks also just having a healthy gum, healthy teeth. Because also if you have a cavity, definitely, your mouth will smell.
Okay.
Because you see the cavities are decayed substances, and the tooth is so definitely bad smell. The other thing is gum. If the gum is not healthy, bleeding gums, definitely. Because of you remember the example I gave you, the ugali and meat. Definitely. You can imagine you having.
It's basically like something is rotting. Part of your mouth is definitely rotting.
So the other thing is not brushing well. Flossing. Also diet. You see, there are certain kind of foods when you eat, like garlic. You know, there are people who don't like.
I don't like garlic.
You see? But it's good for your body, but it's not good for the. So certain kinds of foods can cause bad breath. Another thing is also poor restoration of dentures, those crowns. If they're done badly, you'll have bad breath.
So you see, you can even actually go to get your teeth fixed, and if it's done badly, it will still cause.
Like for example, yesterday there was a case I had. There was a crown and bridge which was done.
From a different place.
5 years ago. It was done perfectly. But you see, there are things that they missed up. So food was packing there. You can imagine food which has packed for around 5 years. So that place was just smelly. So you have to redo it again.
Afresh.
Because you wonder why people have bad breath. There are a lot of things. Also, there are other systemic conditions.
Like even just your own body can contribute to.
You might have an infection that, from the throat, nose,
throat,
and
nose.
nose. There is a junction that connects your mouth to
Yeah,
your nose.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can have an infection there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's just crazy. Oh, and then the other thing, these, because some of these things I haven't written down, so I have to ask. Yeah, still, but we'll still come to. Again, wait, I don't forget it. Let me write it down. But we still go on with just. Okay, so breath. How can you maintain just fresh breath, like on your mouth?
Yeah. Number one is staying hydrated. Just drinking loads of water, brushing at least twice a day. Another thing is not using toothpicks. I usually get irritated. So
Don't use toothpicks?
Toothpicks, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because toothpicks end up injuring your gum even more.
Ooh.
You've not
So-
seen... Yes,
No,
sorry.
I know, but what do you do now if you've been eating like nyam chom and stuff?
Yeah, now...
That's why
nowadays-
even I stick to white meat is easy to nini like
Yeah.
in the mouth, and that's why like I kind of like stick to it as well.
Yeah. So what usually happens is the best thing you can do is try and... nowadays people are becoming more creative.
Yeah.
You can use... There's those bow-like, those bow-like floss.
Oh yeah, I know the ones that have like a string and then they have like the
You can use those ones. Those ones are perfectly...
But now you see restaurants can't be serving you food and then they're like, okay, here's a floss nini for you. Here's nini for you. I think they're expensive slightly.
No.
Are they?
No, they're not expensive. There's one, yesterday we were checking them out. It's
Yeah.
like 120 Kenya shillings for a whole pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Now it
see.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I feel like also restaurants
Yeah.
can come up with, maybe I should go round and round.
Hey, this is
Yeah.
the perfect time to pitch. If they're not doing it, it would be the perfect time to pitch.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
all about creating awareness. Change, we need to accept change.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
change comes, just accept it. Yeah. So
Because you see, somebody might not automatically realize, like, yeah, but it makes sense when every time you use a toothpick,
yeah.
most likely you might prick yourself
Yeah,
once or
yeah.
twice
Yeah.
in the process of
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you injure your gum and your gum end up bleeding.
Yeah.
When they bleed, maybe an infection might start.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's also another problem. So
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about maintaining good oral
Yeah.
breath.
Breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I usually see like people chewing gum.
Yeah.
Gum is not the solution. Actually, gum will solve the problem just for a few hours.
Temporarily.
Yeah, temporarily. Because when you chew sugary things,
Yeah.
they end up damaging you.
Yeah. And if you still had
Your
a
dentin.
situation,
Yeah.
you're trying to it still kind of keeps triggering and making it
Even worse.
Yeah.
So I usually advise gums are not the solution, but if you must chew on the gums, try and at least
Maybe you have a date, bro. If somebody has a date, they're going to see someone, they're expecting to at least get a make-out session or just kiss the girl they're going on a date with. So, what do they do if you're not advising on gum or nini? Or just brush your teeth?
Yeah, brush your teeth. And nowadays they're sugar-free gum.
Sugar-free, yeah.
You
Go,
get
yeah.
You can use the sugar-free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Mentos, I think Mentos, they normally have them at the mall and they're sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
Super nice, sweet, but still sugar-free.
Yeah. That's the most ideal for teeth, yeah. Because I've seen many people, bad breath, gum.
Yeah.
Bad breath, gum.
Yeah.
That's not the way forward.
Okay, another way you can go about just fixing good breath. Because I think and I know some people who actually even brush their teeth very well and stuff, but still just doesn't do it for them.
Another thing is checkup.
I think that's the most important thing.
Then also eating fruits. Fruits, especially apples.
Yeah, they're good.
Perfect. Just eating apples,
At least I know I have apples every single day. Every single day.
Yeah,
There's something you can't miss in the house.
Yeah.
It's apples.
Yeah, they're usually very, very nice for your oral. Even sugarcane.
Yeah.
Sugarcane. Because my grandma, I was like, she passed away just back then, but her teeth.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Her old age, it was still.
Yeah, she was good. Because, me, I come from those areas, like the Kisii region, there are a lot of sugar cane. So
Yeah.
we used to go. I'm like, Shosho, why are your teeth perfect? She's like, you need to eat this.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
eat this. That's why you might find people from Maasai.
Mm.
You get people from Maasai, they have very good teeth. You wonder why.
And I was telling you
Yeah.
just off camera that
Yeah.
it's so crazy because, there's some rural areas where, like even right now, if you go, people don't go to dentists and stuff, but their oral hygiene, or just if you look at their teeth seem perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. And just like even just use twigs and doing but I don't know how you can explain that.
Yeah, for perfectly. Me,
Yeah.
I usually advocate.
Yeah.
As long as you clean your teeth, as long
Yeah.
as the root that you use, the
Yeah.
purpose is the same.
Yeah.
The purpose is the same because for them, you might find they're using only salty water.
Yeah.
It works.
Mhm.
It works. You don't have to use paste.
Yeah.
Because you see, for them, they brush, then they don't eat sugary things. It's hardly.
It's not available for
Yeah,
you.
you get-
It's not there. It's not like there's a kiosk there that you're going to buy cake today. You're going to. It's
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah, there's a time I remember a professor told us, when you go to slums, you won't find people with. You might find in every 5 there is one who has dental problems. But
Yeah.
when you go to rich regions, you
Yeah.
find 5 have a problem,
Yeah. Yeah.
1
Yeah.
is healthy. So it's vice versa.
So it's even the lifestyle thing that we're talking
Yeah.
about. Like
Yeah.
lifestyle can actually be a biggest contribution.
Mm.
Because like even for me, just the food thing, I have to be. Because even just doing food reviews every other time, at times I even tell people that I don't even eat the food. At times I just take 2 bites, 3 bites, because it's for the camera, and then I just leave the food. But if it's like a standard place where I normally go to eat, like here of course, because I eat here every day, that I can finish. But at times if it's those places where like, you come, there's so much food, there's a buffet of everything, I normally just taste and basically leave.
Yeah, because also there's these foods that we are eating. You can see.
Yeah, we've already seen some exposés, man. So I mean, it's just up to you to be aware of where even your food comes from. Because I featured a lady from a company called Green Spoon Kenya.
Green Spoon, yeah.
Yeah, so they basically
I know that company.
Yeah, so they basically pick groceries from they're the middleman between small scale farmers to households who need just groceries delivered to their doorstep. But even for them, the thing was they know where everything is coming from.
Yes.
Where are your greens coming from? Are they being tested? Lab tests? All those things. Where is the meat coming from? Is it Nanyuki? Okay, do we have tests for this, and this?
Yeah.
So they make sure all those small things are just
featured.
Are featured. Because now you have even kids. If you have kids and you're just buying stuff, you're feeding your kids, you don't know what or where the need is coming from.
Yeah.
You also can't blame these people because they're out there just looking for profit. They're hustling.
Yeah.
They're hustling. In
Man,
the city,
it's man society.
It's money.
Man society.
So everybody's trying to make a living, but you also have to be. It's up to you to be aware of where all these things are coming from.
Yeah, but that's really, really wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the culture that we've had before, but at least now the culture is changing.
It's changing.
Yeah, day by day. Because there was a time. Wow, this is very sickening.
Yeah.
There's a time I went.
Yeah.
We went to visit my aunt at some place. So I asked her, "Hey, Naizi, what's happening to these greens? Why are they so green? They're healthy." You know what she told me?
Yeah.
Is it therefore we get them from that sewage?
Now you see? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're satisfying your needs at that time, but you've forgotten about the future because
that's temporary and that's visual. You see, that's visual satisfaction. What about your bodies, Nini? And even just the lady of Green Spoon, the way she was explaining to me, it's kind of tricky because at times even if you go to buy like just groceries at times,
Okay.
you always pick the best looking ones.
Yeah.
And at times,
Yeah.
the way she was explaining, at times,
Yeah.
even the one that looks like it has blemishes and any, sometimes that's the one that's actually good for consumption.
Yeah, which
And you're like, this doesn't look good, this doesn't look
It's
good.
rotten,
That's-
yeah.
And that's actually the one,
Yeah.
like you said.
Yeah.
Now you'll go somewhere, you'll see green. You're
Green.
like, this is what's good for me.
Yeah,
And
for
then
your eyes, huh?
instead of thinking like, why is it so green by the way? There must be.
Yeah.
And that might be the contributing factor.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to just breath in general. Have we talked about like just some of the things? So
Yeah,
if you were to give people 5 tips as well, because I know some places, I know parts of the video that I'm going to pick like just quick rundowns of just like 5 tips on how to keep or just have good breath.
Good breath.
5 quick tips, 1 to 5.
Okay. First
Yeah.
is before you come to us.
Yeah.
Number 1, have a healthy toothbrush. By a healthy toothbrush, I mean it's not those old toothbrushes that people,
One that has ninis like this.
butterfly.
How often should you change your toothbrush?
At least 3 months.
Okay.
3 months, and when you're sick, you have colds, you can always change. To
yeah.
avoid reinfection.
Yeah.
Number 2,
Mhm.
pattern. The patterns that you use
Mhm.
to brush,
Mhm.
may it be at night, in the morning.
Yeah.
Those circular motions.
Okay.
You need to practice them. Number 3, floss.
Floss.
Yes.
Okay, you put emphasis on floss.
Floss,
I think
yeah.
I'm just going to buy another one after this, just in case.
Yeah, because people, what usually happens, people don't floss, and
Yeah.
brushing your teeth only cleans like 35% of your.
Jeez, 35.
Yeah, you can,
So 70% is not done yet.
Let me tell you something. Your tongue is an excretory organ.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
yeah.
excretes dead cells.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those dead cells are deposited around
Yeah.
your.
Yeah. Your mouth, of course, gums, and all those
Yes.
things.
I've said those are 4.
3.
3. Oh yeah. I've said
4.
brush. I've said floss.
Mhm.
I've said diet.
Diet.
Also
Mhm.
diet. I emphasize a lot. Just watch what you're eating.
Yeah.
Just watch what goes in your mouth,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
this is like your temple.
Yeah.
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 Your temple. You should respect it.
Mm.
Eat healthy. Yeah. Then the last one is now checkups. Regular checkups. At
Yeah.
least visit a dentist. Necessarily, we've made it very simple for you guys. Free consultation. Why not?
Oh yeah. No, that
Why not?
That's definitely gonna be a sell.
Yeah. Why
I've
not?
told people to make sure they just go.
Just come.
Yeah, because you have no other excuse.
Yeah.
You have no other excuse.
Yeah.
If somebody has like a problem with transportation, please DM me. I'll make it work for you. I'll
Yeah.
make sure you get to his clinic. That's actually definitely super important.
Yeah.
So I think we've touched quite a lot on just like the dental part, and also like I said, we have to balance it all out. The conversation will still evolve around dentistry,
Yes.
and still you like just as a person as
Yeah.
well. But now we also have to get to the love segment, which I'll also tie it down with just like what you do for a living,
Okay.
just as a dentist, because like I know like being a dentist like right now is like a hot commodity in the market. Do you think there's some women who come to you because of just like the work you do? Either they want like a free
Favor,
procedure,
yeah.
favor kind of, or like they know like how dentistry is, like this is like a nice way of securing the future.
Yeah.
Are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, yes, I
so
am.
but do you get those as well?
Yeah,
Like
you get, but I think I have one philosophy. Yeah, you never mix business with pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's just the main. Business with pleasure is a no-go zone.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So are you married or do you have a girlfriend?
no girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yes.
Does she get free dental work?
Yeah, it's free.
So now that's mixing business with pleasure, man.
But you see,
Hey, listen, you have to stick to your guns.
okay.
You're like, hey, okay, hii ni kando, eh? We're in a relationship, but this is work.
But you see that one, that's a special case.
Hey, listen.
That's a special. But
I
sometimes
might have like 3 or 4 special cases on my side in what I do. How does that? So you see,
But you see,
all your principles, you're throwing them out the
Yes.
window.
yes, but also there's something called conflict of interest.
Yeah.
So sometimes I try to like refer her to another doctor
Yeah.
because sometimes she's like, hey, you're hurting me. You see?
Yeah, and it's kind of tricky because you're like, wait, we have to get this done.
Yeah.
We have to get this done, and you won't give her the same serious face
Yeah,
because this is somebody you know.
so sometimes I just push it to the next doctor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So also with family, there's family.
Yeah, let's say your mom, your sister.
No.
You'll be like, hey, Maze, guys, listen, I want to. Not unless it's a serious nini. The rest you always.
Yeah, because there's a crown I did for my mom. It was the worst experience because she was all there. You know, I've taken you to school, so you.
She's reminding you of all the favors she's ever done
So
you.
now I'm here.
Yeah.
You want to kill me with
Yeah.
injections? It was so painful. So
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, it is a painless injection. How is it even painful?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's all about conflict also of interest.
And that can be tricky for sure.
Yeah. So sometimes I kind of push it to the other doctor. Yeah.
What about having, like, now let's say you have a cousin or a friend?
Okay.
Do people call you for those favors? Like, Maze, bro, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but hey, I don't have any cash on me right now, but I know you're like a dentist. Can you kind of like,
Yeah, because for us it's about skill.
Yeah.
So for friends, sometimes I do it for free because for us it's basically more of a calling.
Yeah.
It's a calling.
Oh yeah, there's some jobs by there, like just medicine in general, anything with the medicine.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just necessarily do it because of money.
Yeah.
Because there are those things that you'll have to face. People in pain, crying, all those things, you have to deal with them like psychologically, mentally. So you have to have that patience.
Yeah.
So even if it's about the money, after like a couple of years, you'll be like, hey, well, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm getting money, but anyway, this.
Yeah.
So you have to be, first of all, like into it.
Yeah.
That has to be your thing,
Yeah.
first of all.
Because I've done loads and loads of favors.
Mm.
I wouldn't lie. I've done so many free things.
Yeah.
And from my experience, usually if the relationship is not symbiotic, you get?
I mean, listen, what does symbiotic mean? Don't just... I'm always telling people here, it's not... Listen, maybe I know the meaning, but some of my listeners...
they don't. They don't.
Some know, but I just because like it's a whole...
Yeah, a win-win situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For example, if those people who get free things without a win-win situation, they are very ungrateful.
Very. They get it, and you actually make them start being entitled. Because even
You
to the
get-
next person they go to, they're like, if Nani did it for me, I also deserve.
Yeah, so, but it's all well.
And that's very true what you've said. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people who like, and that's why even at times you'd want to do something, but you'd be like, I want to, but for this particular person,
I can't.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Because they don't understand the concept of how out of the limb you're
Yeah.
going out for them to do this.
Yeah,
They'd be like, I deserve it.
Yeah.
And Kwanzaa, like, listen, Nairobi is filled with a lot of pretty women.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty. Everybody's supposed to do this for me.
Favors.
Yeah. Favors on favors on favors.
Yeah.
And like you said, a whole other thing, just on dating as a thing, because I don't know if it's something that's picked up now, but in the States it's so common right now for chicks are like just trapping guys to get veneers. That's like a trend. That's a trend.
Oh my God.
Like in our list of qualifications, the way maybe somebody here would want to be taken to, like, I don't know, like Dubai. But think about it this way, like a ticket, maybe a return ticket to Dubai, if it's a really good deal, you might get like even for around 40.
Yeah.
And how much did we say like one veneer would cost? 30 G's.
Yeah.
So if somebody's getting you veneers, like even if just like top and bottom, that's crazy. That's close to half a meal already.
Yeah.
So you understand that trip to Dubai and getting veneers is like 10 trips in Dubai. And probably some champagne bottles and like all the other trips that people do like when they go to Dubai.
Yeah.
That's one, like, just cost of fixing like someone's veneers.
Yeah.
And people, like in the States, it's a trend now, like just getting somebody who can be able to fix like your teeth for you.
That's not, I feel like it's not a bad thing
Yeah.
for me, yeah, because I
For
usually,
$500,000?
no,
Man,
okay,
I mean, listen. First of all, if it's not the free consultation that he's offering, I'm not taking care of anyone's dental work. First of all, I'm not there yet. When I get there, maybe. But for now,
it's a no.
there's some things I'm always saying, like I draw the line.
Yeah.
I'm not paying anyone's rent
Yeah.
because I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want to,
No.
but because
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. When
Yeah.
I get sugar daddy status, you can come for it. But now, we are not there
It's
yet.
a no.
Yeah, so where do you draw the line for you?
For me, I don't mix business with pleasure. Yeah, plus, as I told you, I already have a girlfriend, so
Yeah,
I feel like she keeps me sober, as much as sober enough.
yeah,
She keeps me more sober.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, I feel like we need them. We really, really need them. They're our peoples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, oh no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And does it make sense to date like kind of somebody who's in the same field, or do you date somebody who's like in a completely whole different field?
I don't know even how mine happened.
Uh-huh.
I just found myself there.
Yeah.
find myself there. We are in the same field.
Oh, you're in the same field?
Yes.
But
But
she's
not
also like medicine or
yeah,
dental?
medicine.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, because at times those things can be too far-fetched.
Yeah.
And people find it difficult to coexist because you don't understand the conversations that we're having, or those two small things. And then when you're dating,
Okay.
even let's say before or during,
Yeah.
are you now like super analytical to your dating partner? You're like, your breath has to be specifically like this, your
Yeah.
teeth have to be specifically, because that's what you do for a living.
Yeah.
So like when you meet someone, immediately the first thing, do you start analyzing like their teeth, how their near breath is, all those two things?
Okay.
Because I'm sure you've been traumatized in the clinic. And there's some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me and my relationship,
Yeah.
it's quite different because
Yeah.
when we enter
Mm-hmm.
in the house, we leave our professions outside. Yeah.
You don't talk about like, hey, today.
No, there are those
Yeah.
those are just small talks, but when we are inside the house, no. We talk. We talk about our things. We'd rather watch a movie.
Okay.
We'd rather watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
You know,
because we can't just be work. You know, we have a life. Yeah.
no, yeah, you
Yeah.
have to detach yourself from that a bit. It can be too exhausting, and if you've been doing that the whole day,
Yeah.
you just want to come to a space where you're like, hey, okay, now it makes sense to
Yeah.
just be laid back a bit and just relax, not talk about work anymore.
Yeah, because sometimes it becomes boring.
Now, what do you guys do for fun?
Fun.
As medical people, because I've had medical people. There are some who can be boring,
Yeah.
because they just either drink too much
Yeah.
or such to ninis.
Yeah.
Just had that. But what do you guys just do to, diffuse from just work and everything
Visiting places and traveling.
and traveling?
Yes, those are the things that we do. Yeah, traveling, playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm also a fan of video games. So
Ah, okay.
yeah, she doesn't play video games, but I do play.
What's your favorite game?
Me,
FIFA. You look like a FIFA person.
Yeah,
See.
definitely.
Just predictable, yeah. Even just you just look like a FIFA guy. Okay, makes
Because
sense.
when your friends come over,
Yeah.
they'll always want to play FIFA. Like yesterday, we were playing with my friends.
Yeah.
You just have FIFA. So you're like, okay, FIFA then it is.
Then let's just play so that we get rid of this.
Yeah.
So
Do you play?
I don't play games by the way.
Whoa. Why?
At all. Just because of the time.
Oh, the time. Yeah.
Yeah, because I really have like my schedule now. It's because I don't know whether I can say fortunately or unfortunately, because I'm working solo. A lot of the things I do them alone. structuring everything. So I basically don't have a lot of free time too. I do have time to reboot and go out, have fun and everything. But everything that I'm doing, it's just controlled by myself.
Okay.
So, and I know video games, man. You start playing one game, it's like
Yeah,
5 hours, 6 hours later.
I feel like every creator outside here
Yeah.
is suffering from the same thing that you're suffering.
True.
You know, there is a book I was reading. There's different type of people.
Yeah.
There are creators.
Yeah.
There are people who depend on creators to survive. You get,
Yeah.
there are those people who can't invent anything for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I feel like for creators outside here, they don't have time for themselves.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
But you have to create that time as well.
Yeah.
Or otherwise you'll just be like stuck in a whole chain of things.
Yeah.
So I only have one question for now. This question, this one, I know I ask guys to ask questions, but this is on the extreme side.
It sounds like a
This
very
is-
extreme one.
Yeah, this is on the extreme side, but somebody has asked, is it, because I know I have crazy people who follow me as well, and crazy friends,
Yeah.
and they know they're not here, that's why they're asking this
Okay.
kind of question.
Okay.
So somebody is asking, can they get,
Question.
yeah, the question is, somebody has asked, can they get infected, and it's a guy who's asked, can they get infected with anything from getting oral sex from a girl who doesn't take good care of their oral hygiene?
Yeah, you can get infected. Not
Close to the mic. Yeah.
not all of the STIs,
Yeah.
but there are major ones which you can get. For example, syphilis.
From
Yeah.
okay.
Syphilis,
Mhm.
herpes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So watch out.
So guys, just
Watch
I-
out.
that's a very important question.
Yeah.
So also just be on the lookout for that.
We should do a segment on sexual transmitted disease.
We should.
Yeah.
That are transmitted orally or
Yeah.
just any other way.
We can do all of them.
Okay, let's save that for another podcast, so that can just be like a special segment where we're just talking about all those other things that can actually. How about, like, since I'm the Kiss Bandit,
Yes.
let's talk about that. And
Yeah.
since we're talking and we're laying the cards on the table, what's dangerous about that
Dangerous.
in terms of diseases? In case I just don't want to catch anything out here, but I told you, like, I slowed down on the nini. Now it started on the cheeks.
Okay.
Yeah, because now I want to be here for a very long time. That's why I said, as much as I'm entertaining you guys, I need to look out for my best interest as well.
Yeah, and you should also get a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's also another thing. I mean,
Are
it's
there
necessary. That's
Are there applications?
applications are there. Applications are there. Those ones, it's not like they're not there. Applications are there. It's just because now in the space where I'm in, I'm just trying to focus with work.
With you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personal growth, work, and everything.
Yeah, because you also need to build your empire,
Yeah.
and your partner builds an empire.
Definitely.
So that when you guys meet,
No, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because as much as we're talking about like all this excitement that's going on online and everything, I would want somebody who has something going on
Yeah.
and they can understand. Because it's easy to build an empire with somebody who understands the grind as well.
Yeah.
But you see, if you're just with somebody who's like just chilling,
Yeah.
as much as it's okay for a man to provide, and they don't understand the grind, when you're working late, they won't understand because they want attention.
Yeah.
When you're putting in extra hours for A, B, C, and D, they're just like,
Yeah. It's true because out here there's so many types of women.
yeah.
For example, let me give you a case scenario. Yeah. You need a woman. For example, when your pen falls down, there's a woman who will help you pick it up,
Yeah.
and there's a woman who will go and buy another pen for you. Food for thought.
Okay. I don't even know what the answer is supposed to be on that, by the way. I don't even know.
No. It doesn't have an answer.
Yeah.
doesn't have an answer.
Mhm.
It's just food for your thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think about it.
Yeah,
just
just think-
digest on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we were talking about STIs, the infections, yeah?
Yeah.
The dangers. There's so many dangers.
What's risky with what I'm doing?
Risky, you might end up with up to cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there are diseases which travel
Yeah.
to your, if they go untreated,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can end up with cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, prostate,
Yeah.
You might end up with also wounds around
Yeah.
your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pain.
Yeah.
It's really, really uncomfortable
Yeah.
being in
Yeah.
such a scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen worse cases,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't advise someone
Yeah.
to just try and choose that route.
So you hear what I'm doing is first of all risky. It's the same as people who wrestle crocodiles. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true. It's
So
just, yeah.
your life is on the line. Basically, it's not just fun and games. But yeah, that's why like I switched now to like just kisses on the cheek and
Yeah.
stuff. I don't do the extreme stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Because I have a brand name and everything,
Yeah.
and it's also like a process of just growing as a
Growing,
person.
yeah.
Yeah. So now I know what's good,
Yeah,
what's safe. As much as I'd want to entertain people, I'd also really, most importantly, have to take care of myself. Yeah. So I mean, that's also good to know.
Yeah.
I think we've touched on quite a lot and basically everything.
Hope we've answered the question, the
If-
guy's question.
Oh yeah, you've
Yeah.
said you can actually.
Yeah.
We've answered because we've
Yeah.
said like you can actually contact something. So just be careful.
Yeah,
At times, just look at someone. You're like, you can I trust you? But that's the thing as well. Like you can never know.
No, yeah,
You can never know. And even if like let's say you're going to a club or something, like you meet somebody and you just start like you would never know. Not unless, and even nowadays I just try and make an effort like I have to have met somebody 1, 2, 3 times.
Yeah, someone.
Yeah. Like nowadays I'm never in a rush. It's like do you want
No
to go
hurry.
home? Like sawa, let's meet next time. Everything.
Yeah.
I just want to get to know the person slightly more. I'm in no rush to do anything.
Yeah. Because the problem we face as youths,
Yeah.
is we like quick things.
Exactly.
Quick things.
Exactly.
We don't think, because right now we have another like 50 years to live
Yeah. Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So you can imagine all those 50 years, what will you be doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, so there's no hurry.
Don't
Just
be in a hurry.
take a chill pill, relax.
And everything makes sense as you just keep growing as a person. You're like, oh, now I understand why I shouldn't have been in a rush to. Like even just in your dental work and just
Yeah.
starting like just your journey.
Yeah.
There are some things now you've understood after you got into like a certain point
Yeah.
and started working. When you were starting off, you're like, why do I need 6 years to learn this whole
Yeah.
course?
Yeah.
But maybe now it
Now
makes
I
sense. You're
understand.
like, oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that I don't make this mistake, so that I understand this way. And even when money starts coming in, it's a different way on how you're thinking of how you're gonna use it as
Yeah.
well, I guess.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money.
It's not.
Because for me,
It's
I
not.
feel like
Yeah.
it's all about building your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's such a thing, it's also building your name and giving back to the society.
Do you want your legacy to remain behind? Because you have to think about it this way. At any given point and time, there's a possibility like the next day you might not be here.
Yeah, sure.
And we've seen it. We've seen it with like crazy, like just ministers.
Yeah,
The biggest, the owner of Apple is no longer here.
you can imagine.
So can you imagine like how special do you think you are?
yeah,
So it's just like leaving a legacy behind. We're coming here today, we're here. After a few months, years, or whatever, you might not be here.
very true.
The legacy that you're leaving behind is also like really important.
Yeah, because also, as I told you before off camera,
Yeah.
there is a foundation. I don't want to
Yes.
jinx it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
There's a foundation. We are coming up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope I can share with you, like to the public next time
Yeah.
we meet. But there's
Yeah.
a foundation. There's something we are cooking. It's all about the legal work. But once it's set,
You can talk more about
more
what it
about it. We
entails.
can
Yeah.
share. It's about just visiting homes, people who can't afford dental, medical.
Yeah.
Like there's a friend of mine. Right now, she is in those western areas. They are doing cleft lip palate surgeries.
Yeah.
with doctors. Yeah.
Yeah.
for free.
And you see such small things. Some people, like, you can only imagine how, like, people in shags can look at things. Like, even if somebody has, like, a special condition, the first thing, like, those old school guys start saying, like, that person is either cursed or sijui what and what. They don't look at it, like, from a medical standpoint, like, hey, this can actually be fixed by them. It's not like a curse. It can be common because of genes, environment, or whatever causes it, but it's just not something that this innocent person could control when they were being given birth to. Like, it's just like an innocent, unfortunate case, but you can still fix it.
Because you see, like, you have a very valid point there. Because you see, like, HIV and AIDS, we've not touched about that. So let me try and talk about it. Just touch on it, huh?
Please do.
Because you see, like, HIV and AIDS, long time ago there was stigma behind it. At least nowadays the stigma is reducing. It's reducing as we are going by. Hopefully our vision 2030 would have found, like, a treatment to it.
Hey.
Because nowadays they're PrEP. You can have sex, don't you? Then there's post, there's PrEP, and the ones you take before.
Are those things available?
They're available.
Even in the country?
Even in hospitals. Even in our facility we have. Right now, you can have sex with someone who is infected.
Hey man, that's not what we're trying to do. But I'm just saying. But but you're just saying, like, it's something, a precaution somebody can take.
Because there was a scenario where we were in theater. I was operating on someone. So what happened? The guy was reactive. Like, was positive. Then the blood, I, like, cut myself. Then the blood. So I had to take meds for a whole month. 30 days. Religiously. At 7. Every day.
I can't even imagine.
No alcohol. Nothing. Just religiously. Meds.
But are they expensive?
Free.
What? No, wait, because you work for that establishment, ama these ninis that you're saying they are free?
Okay, these things private have. Privatize them. But if you go to a government hospital and you say this, explain your case, I've done this, and I need drugs, you'll just get tested, put on medication, free.
Okay, wait. So basically what we're saying, that you can have this medication just in case of an emergency. Can you do that?
Yes.
Because, maybe, like, you had a nice evening, you've gone home with a random person. That's not what I do. I'm just saying, just painting a picture. And then you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my goodness.
Oh, they're called PEP. There's PrEP and there's PEP.
Oh, so it's for just before and
and after. You've just had.
You've gone somebody, and then you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh man, messed up. We should have used protection. So that's where you can have this medication and actually. So you can go somewhere and get this medication for free.
Yes.
Okay, so you said when did you say we can do that checkup again? I think I'll be leaving there with so much stuff.
Here's the trick, huh? You cannot be given a lot of them.
And of course, that's just me exaggerating. That's just exaggerating. It's never that serious. I'm just saying, it would be good for me to come and show people, like, even just on Insta stories, what we're talking about. Like, hey, this is what he was talking about. This is what, because at times it's just information. If people don't know information, and we're in the day and era where things are happening so fast. Everything is just happening super fast. Some information can just pass by you. Just because you didn't. But if we have a platform and we can share that with people, like, hey, that makes sense.
That's why we are here as medics to try and make work easier for people outside here.
And it makes sense. Trust me, like, it just makes a very big difference. Because you see, like, we just started on dental, hygiene and everything, but you see, like, what we've covered, it's so much and deep, and anybody listening or watching would be intrigued to actually understand and just see where we're coming from.
So the stigma should try and go. Don't judge, because I feel like these things do happen. Not, let me say, bad. You go, you don't know, they do happen. So I feel like people shouldn't be afraid.
Yeah.
They should just come out. Just come out.
And listen, and just don't be afraid of your doctors. They are there to help you, because you see, I've learned about so many things that I didn't know about, and it's just from simple conversations. But you also have to think about it that in normal instances, if I bumped into you, we wouldn't have had
Such
time to have such a long conversation.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I've seen you on Instagram, you do this and this.
Yeah.
End of story, no?
True.
But now at least I've made a point to just like try and get people into like people's personal life and reasoning and just like career paths as well. So I mean, I'm glad that you came to share
thank you
just
for
this
having me.
conversation.
Yeah.
And then there's one question I normally like just ask everybody before we wrap up the podcast.
Okay.
The question is, what's the one thing that you think you're in pursuit of right now that if you got it, it would give your life better direction, meaning, fulfillment or just maybe sense of happiness?
Wow. I've never been asked that before, but
Yes.
but
We take it seriously on this podcast. yeah.
That's a very, very good question.
Yeah.
For me, I usually feel like I want. Can I mention like 4?
Yeah, please.
I usually ask for wisdom, teaching, understanding, wisdom, teaching, and learning. Period. Yeah. If I get
Simple
those,
as that.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think this is where I can just thank you for coming to the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because
too
we've
for having
touched on quite a lot.
me. Yeah.
And I just want people to, make sure you just go follow him on Instagram. Because if you have any inquiries in regards to dental, the best thing about it, like you see, like he's just not one of those old boring doctors, yourselves.
Yeah.
Those people you just walk in, they are really just tired of doing this for the longest time.
Yeah.
Young, vibrant, and you can ask him like those questions that you might think are embarrassing, and it's just those little things, especially for just dental work.
Yeah.
Things like breath, aesthetics of just crooked teeth. Those small things are a very big factor right now that can even just affect you psychologically, personal growth,
Yeah.
social interactions. All those things can be it can just be can be, how can I just even put it, what's the right word that I can use? It can be affected
Yeah.
by just your oral appearance, hygiene, and those little things.
Yeah.
Is there something you want to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say like it's not necessarily dental.
Yeah.
They can come anything regarding medicine. They can just come because I have colleagues, I have friends
Yeah.
who are out here want to help. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But are they as cool as you as well? That's the question.
Yeah.
Come
Some-
on. Are you sure?
Yeah, some are cooler than me.
Yeah, because that's always like the biggest. There are those doctors you try and explain something to them,
Yeah.
and their face doesn't express anything. They're just looking at you. They're just like, They're not smiling. They're
Yeah,
there to do their work. That's why it kind of gets tricky.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like some doctors, you talk to them, they are not there at the
They're
moment.
not.
They're
Yeah.
not there at the moment.
Yeah.
Their mind is just somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're cool doctors outside here.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell them they can reach me. I
Yeah.
can help them.
Because even just as we're still shooting, the people who have already started sending in DMs. So make sure, just reach out to him. He can give you advice on any medical, just medical advice in general. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And then, is there anything else that you have going on that you would want to plug on the podcast? And then there's something I told you, don't forget about it, but we'll do that after the podcast, after we've just wound up everything.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you have going on that you'd want people to check out?
Okay.
And where can people find you on social media?
Okay.
Or establishment?
Yes.
Yeah.
First, I would like to thank you and thank people for listening to us and you having me on the show, on the podcast. Then I would like to tell you, people can come to our offices. We have a branch in Nyayo Estate. We have a branch in Ruai, We have a branch in Jacaranda Estate. We have another one in Tala. So you can reach me at Okari _Nyakundi. Again, at Okari _Nyakundi. Yes, that's it.
Perfect. I'll put the link, spelling, and make sure you get the Instagram handle properly so that you don't miss out on anything. So thank you, bro, for coming to the podcast. I appreciate everything you have going on.
Yeah.
And of course, like also social media, you're one of the very few people in the medical field that I've seen are jumping on social media, because that's where like everybody is always on the phone and everything.
Yeah.
And you're making an effort to just inform people and just keep it more friendly to like the people's lifestyles. So I mean, that's also like a nice segue on how you're approaching like just business and just personal branding as well.
Yeah.
So keep up the good work. I have nothing but just to wish you all the best and everything.
Thank you.
So guys, make sure you follow him on Instagram and just send those messages and DMs. He's told you where all the branches are and everything. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Castbox, all those platforms actively every single day. I'll respond to all the messages. If you send a DM or you need any inquiries, please don't hesitate to send a message. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's the Kiss Captains podcast. Goodbye.